Hi, my name is Eric. Welcome to the After Dark
Oh,
podcast.
that's crazy. That's
Um,
crazy. That's crazy. We might as well should watch the goddamn movie because we better be on this bit for two
no,
hours.
real shit. That's what I was saying. I was thinking about. I was like, we should have just watched the fucking movie. Welcome to the After Dark podcast. I am your host, Eric. I am here
Oh my
with
god, that shit.
Darren on my right, and I'm here with Josh.
That shit, bro.
What's
That shit.
good, y'all?
This nigga
I'm,
Josh is about to duck out.
oh
He's
god,
like,
I better go to
yeah, I'm
bed.
about to go to sleep. Y'all have a good. Dude.
Y'all have a blessed night. You know what I'm saying?
Have a
Hope
good
everyone at home is sitting down, relaxing,
real shit.
drinking some drinks,
Real
eating some
shit.
popcorn,
Mm-hmm.
getting cozy on this uh beautiful September. Uh
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's it. That's it.
What's up?
All right,
This nigga,
man.
this
Yo,
nigga
talking shit, bro.
Josh, get some good rest, bro. Get some good
Oh,
rest,
you
bro.
out,
All
Josh?
right. Oh yeah.
Take it easy, brother. Take it easy.
Yeah, get
You
some
have a
rest, my
good one.
nigga. Get some rest.
All right, bye.
Damn, my light source has disappeared.
Oh god.
Um, my nipple. I just got flashbanged. Ching. Um, Nah, so the reason why we're doing damn, I look muscular as shit there. The reason why we're doing the After Dark podcast
Hold on,
right
let me
now
see
is
a little
because
flex. Let me see a little flex.
I don't have
Give
anything
me,
to fucking
give me
flex
a
of
little
nothing
flex.
but bone and dick.
Sorry.
The reason why we're bringing up the After Dark podcast because we niggas is having a
There's
conversation.
some light.
Niggas is having a conversation.
Crazy. I ain't gonna lie, crazy conversation. I don't even know if I want to continue anymore. I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie.
nigga, it's called the After Dark podcast. You know what happens? It's 12:38. You know what niggas talk about after dark? Exactly what the fuck we was talking about. You don't have to use specific names and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking
I ain't
about
gonna lie, bro.
general
I ain't,
experiences.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gotta use names. Even if I talk about situations, certain people gonna know exactly who I'm talking about.
Or do certain people know the podcast?
Fair point. Fair point.
Unless you go around telling them.
But see, now I don't know if I can tell them. And I would like to be able to bro- broaden the horizon of viewers, you know?
You know what? You're right. Anyways,
I can
so
keep details to a minimum.
yeah, no, so basically we was talking about sex, love,
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 love, love.
sex. Yeah. So basically, we was talking about sex, and something that I was just talking about was we were talking about virginity, and basically keeping it because I was saying that I fucking hated how I lost my virginity because I was not peer pressured, but you know the societal pressure to lose your virginity early on and you know just start fucking a lot when you were young. And I lost my virginity to somebody that I didn't really like have an emotional connection to or attachment to in the forest. Uh, yeah, I fucked late, like in terms of like societal standards. I fucked late. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 17, and I was like this. I was like, this is it. I was like,
This
I was like, this is it. I was like, this is kind of whack. Like
well worth it.
like that post nut clarity hit hard. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, this is fucking nasty. I'm like, I was a disappointment. This is fucking nasty. I was like, I won't do this shit no more. I used to get sad. No, but yeah, if you're a kid and you're in high school or if you're like in
Don't do it,
late
bro.
middle school, yeah, and you hear niggas like talking about sex and like using your virginity, don't do that. Don't do it.
It's
Don't
it's
falter.
don't fold under pressure, bro.
Wait,
It's not that serious.
wait until it's
I
somebody that you
promise.
care about.
Well, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna clarify. So yes, I think it's very nice to wait until you find someone you care about to do it. But at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
when you start with someone that you really care about, and then you move to someone you don't care about, because I feel like it's very possible
Oh,
you
like if
have
you have that standard.
you have a serious relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and you really like you fall in love with this person, and you're having sex.
Mm-hmm.
Say that relationship doesn't last, and you're like, damn. I just want to start fucking on shit. It's not gonna feel the same. It's not. It's gonna be like an empty void. It's literally just gonna be like, damn, this shit doesn't, like, there's nothing here. And then every girl after that, until you find another connection that's even stronger, it's just like, what's the point? So, not saying go around fucking shit, but I'm saying I would at least wait through high school. If you're a senior, cool. I think at that point you're already thinking about college, you already think about jobs, you already think about all this other shit. Cool. But freshman, sophomore, junior, maybe even senior, I'd stay away from it. It's really not worth it.
You know what I would say? Me personally, I think that you should have sex with people that you have meaningful connections with. That's how I personally see sex with. Well,
And
at least at this
yeah.
point in my life, I had to get to that point to where I realized that sex isn't, you know what I'm saying, like it should be an intimate act. Anyways, though, if you don't see sex that way, fine, cool, yeah, you know, that's your thing. But if you were to go down that avenue, I think if you are going to have a whole phase or just sleep around, you should maintain a standard like your homie or whatever. You should maintain a standard, and you should not just fuck on anything. Have some respect for yourself.
Yes.
And no, don't put your dick or put your clitty any and anywhere. Have some respect for yourself. Have a standard.
Well, I got one more thing to add. Because of shit that I've had going on with certain individuals that are friends, please, for the love of God, motherfucking make sure you got some insurance, first of all. If you gonna be fucking just the fuck, make sure you got some health insurance. Because, bro, if you not wrapping up, you need to get tested. I promise you need to get tested.
Oh, yeah, no.
You have to get tested. Like, if you're fucking a lot, bro, easily, like, once a month or every other month, you need to be getting tested. Because shit will keep popping up. Like, sometimes it takes 90 days for certain shit to pop up. So you gotta get tested. And if you're bouncing from woman to woman or guy to guy, you gotta get tested, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck up your pH balance doing that shit.
Oh,
All those
God.
acids and shit, all those enzymes going into your body, sharing nastiness. And I know you're not using protection with every one of them bitches or niggas. Your pH balance gonna get fucked up. Your acne's gonna get all types of crazy. You gonna look crazy as hell.
And you go feel crazy too, because as soon as you get that burning sensation, you can be like, damn, I should have got tested.
Pissing lava. That shit gonna be
like, you gonna be walking around.
Popping.
You gonna be walking around one day. You could be like, damn, what's that smell? Is that me?
Yeah.
I can almost taste the smell.
Nigga.
What is that? And you could be hurting. You could be hurting when you find out that it's you smelling like that.
You go piss one day and you're gonna be like, damn, this is taking a long time to come out. And green goo is gonna start coming from your shit. You're gonna start pissing goo. Instead of water, you're gonna be pissing slime. The Nickelodeon coming. No, but take your sexual health seriously, especially if you're gonna go down the avenue of not, you know, sleeping with people that you have super deep emotional, intimate connections with. If you're gonna go down that route, make sure that you're taking your shit seriously, and you're taking the necessary precautions.
Facts.
Because you don't want to be attached to somebody that you don't want to be around for like the rest of your life or for the next 18 plus years.
Facts, though. My bad.
Oh, you good. But yeah, no. I was reminiscing just a tiny bit. Cause
I low-key started too. Granted, I started to reminisce yesterday, but my bad, continue.
No, I was reminiscing because of hold on, I have to find it. I was reminiscing a little bit because of congratulations. You niggas know that I just, you don't know the lyrics, but I just say love, love,
Love,
love,
love.
love, 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 sex, love, love, love. Um, I've been listening to that a lot, and homie's basically like detailing his relationship with. If you haven't heard, it's by Mac Miller. Please go ahead and give it a listen. It's a great song, in my opinion. Not everybody's cup of tea. Um, but I've been fucking with it heavy. Not only because I know that it was something that she listened to, but I think she listened to it at least. Well, she loved Mac Miller, so I decided to give him a chance and actually look at his his repertoire, his demographic, or his discography. That's what it's called, of music, his catalog. Um, and I've been making a lot of again. I always do like some self growth shit, and
Mhm.
I've been thinking about it recently because I was editing videos, and I don't know why in all these videos, Angel's always talking about being horny or like down bad, but um, I realized a lot of things about myself as a person, and because you brought it up with your homie a couple of days ago,
Oh yeah.
um, with or well, I my 2 cents was like sex addiction, and I think that I I may have had a sex addiction. I think. Or I know in middle school I had like a huge porn addiction. Like I was like super addicted to that shit. Um, and I think
Real,
like
real
just
quick, I
yeah,
didn't find out. I didn't find not find out, but I didn't actually look into any porn related anything until. Can we say that word? Oh well.
porn,
Um, yeah,
prawn.
prawn. There you go.
We're not making no money
Um,
from this.
you're right. Um, but I didn't start like actually diving into it and really seeing what it is until maybe halfway to the end of freshman year of high school.
Are you dead ass?
I'm being so serious. Like, I knew about everything because of the people I hung out with, but I didn't, like, I knew what the word was and I knew what it stood for and what was going on, but I never actually looked it up and was like, let me see what all this shows. Like, I never did that until I got to high school because I also didn't have any electronics till I got to high school.
Wow. No, I was watching porn all the way back in fucking 7th grade.
Damn.
Like I was down
I don't know if that's, I don't
horrendous.
know if that's a decent, I don't know if that's an average time or not. I know I'm probably late on all that shit.
Well, I mean it's and just to put it into perspective. So I was watching porn in 7th grade all the way up to how old am I? I'm 21. Up until recently, like I stopped watching porn, but not recently. Maybe give me like 4 months. 4 months ago, I stopped watching porn. But like from middle school all the way up to like freshman year of high school, I was watching porn consistently. Like just about, I was smacking my shit like every day. I shit you not, like every day for like 3 years straight. And then I got into my first actual relationship, and I was like, okay, I don't need to be touching myself all the fucking time. No, when I didn't start dating her, I didn't start dating Kayla until senior year. No, I was whacking my
What's
shit for
this
a
again?
fat minute. It was senior
What?
year because she was at my graduation. She was at her graduation.
Ah,
Yeah, I was whacking my shit for a fat fucking second. Um, yeah, but I had a really bad fucking porn addiction, and I didn't realize how serious it was until after I got out of my relationship with 2.0, and she was like, yeah, like there were times where like I didn't even want to do anything, but I knew that that's how I had to connect with you, so I
mhm.
just sucked it up, and I was like, that makes me feel fucking terrible. I was like, that makes me feel shit. That makes me feel so bad. Not for It's made me feel shit for 2 reasons. The first reason was because I knew it was something that she didn't want to do, and the second reason is because she felt like that was the only way to connect, to be intimate and connect with me. That made me feel fucking shit. And then after I got out of the relationship, I realized that I put a lot. Don't get me wrong. Me now, still, I like sex. I enjoy it. If I can have frequent sex, cool, great, fantastic. But I realized that that's not the only way that I can connect with somebody on an intimate level. I can spend time with them. I can fucking. One thing that she did that at the time, I wasn't really fucking with. And I was like, this is kind of weird. But now I look back on it and I'm like, damn, I wish I could, like, interlink with somebody like that. There was
Interlinked.
Within souls, within interlink. One thing that she said, she was like, hey, I want to do this thing, I want to implement it into our relationship, I want to do it like once a week or some shit like that. And I was like, what is it? Like, what is
What are you
it?
talking about?
So basically what she wanted to do, it was like a meditation thing. It was like a meditation or yoga thing, I think, where basically it was, we would sit down like on the floor and we would like connect our bodies. So like imagine you sitting on the floor crisscross applesauce and then somebody wrapped their legs around you and did the exact same thing just on top of you.
I gotcha.
So we just did that, like no music, like no nothing for like 3 minutes or some shit like that. And it was supposed to like connect your body, soul, and shit like that. And we did that, and I was like, this is weird. But I thought it was weird because I didn't immerse myself into what actually it was. And now I wish that I could actually do that shit with somebody because my mind is clear. What does Caustic say? What does he says? My vision is clear. Whatever the fuck that nigga says, is because I was thinking of it more as like what I wasn't stepping outside of myself and looking at the bigger picture. Now I can see that it was more of a bonding experience. It was more of an intimacy thing. It was more of just immersing yourself into the presence, into the warmth of somebody else. And now I wish I could do that shit. I wish I had the opportunity to do that shit. But yeah, I was putting too much emphasis on sex and how that was my like medium to connect with somebody. And even with Kaylin, going back with Kaylin, me and Kaylin were having sex a lot. And it was even sometimes where I was like, I don't even want to have sex. I just want to hug. I don't even want to do nothing. I'll never forget this one time. There was one time we was fucking and I was crying. I
remember you telling me.
And a tear landed down on the peen and I used it as lube. I shit you not. I was so fucking sad. But that was the only way that I felt like she wanted me was sexually. So, cause we didn't fucking do anything else. I couldn't like emotionally like put my feelings into her because I feel like the one time I expressed my feelings, she was like, "Fuck you, nigga, I'm about to drop your ass, man up, bitch." She only saw me cry one time in that relationship, and that was because I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it in anymore. I was crying because I wish I could relate to her and be more of the person that she wanted me to be, because I wasn't like stereotypically black or hood, whatever the case may be. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, sex has been like a big thing in my recent. I say recent as in like maybe last couple of years, and now my emphasis is more on, in terms of sexual contact, it's more of intimacy and being able to have that connection with somebody and sharing that bond, rather than I'm trying to get my nut off.
Yeah,
sex.
no, that's goddamn. In my past relationship, that was what basically I learned for myself, is that I don't need it. Do I like it? Yes.
Real shit.
Do I even love it sometimes? Of course, with a certain someone, with that connection, it's amazing. But I don't have to have it at all. I can, as proven with evidence, I can go a very long time without anything. Because what I was about to add about the whole porn thing and everything, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember the last time I've seen porn. It's at least high school, early high school. Like, it was never something I cared about. So it's not something I have to have whatsoever. So I've realized in my past relationship, it was something, like you said, it was happening every single day. And it was like, I just can we just hold each other? Like, can we just go to sleep with our bodies embraced? Is that a thing where we don't have to be sweating and exhausted beforehand? Um, so that's definitely something that it's definitely something I've learned about myself is I prefer to have a connection, one, and two, it doesn't need to be every day at all. Because then it just seems like it almost feels like the relationship is depending on that.
On sex, yeah.
When I don't feel like any relationship should be depending on sex. Because it's just, one person can't have it anymore for some freak reason. What are you gonna do now?
Yeah, and then it feels like sex becomes the only way that you can intimately connect with your partner, even though,
Yep.
like it becomes warped. Like usually sex should be like a bonding, but it becomes a like let's get the nut off and like go about our fucking business kind of thing.
Yep.
And that's how I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was a little bit of both.
Somebody had asked me, I believe I told you this, but somebody had asked me like, how do you word it? How do you
Stop
not
trying to
only
fuck everything?
well that, but also like what goes through your mind when like being with someone or not being someone with someone when you're just that down bad. And I'm like, it kind of just depends on the person and what you do. I've never been a hot in my last relationship. Yes, my sex drive was high as shit. But now, after I figured out what I want, which that's what I think that's what I told him. My recommendation is figuring out what you want in a relationship is what is most important. Now that I know what I want, I kind of just don't care about it. So if I go out with friends and somebody will come up to me and be like, "Yo, this girl's checking you out. Like, you could definitely take her to the place or whatever the case may be." I don't care. You know better than me. Is she gonna give me a hug? Is she gonna cuddle me instead?
Is she
If a
gonna
girl
wake
wants
me
to,
up with breakfast in bed and a
if
kiss on
she
the forehead?
if she wants to come over to the house and cuddle, guess what? She can most absolutely do that. But I don't care about fucking. I don't. Not even a little bit. But yeah, that just translates to what you want. I don't want sex. I want a connection. It's very important. Very important. My bad. I'm sitting here spending a quarter.
No, you're good. No, and I think that our generation is really fucked in that regard too. Because I remember when I got out of my relationship with 2.0, the very first time I got out of my relationship with her, everybody was like, "Go be a hoe, go fuck."
Right?
They were like, "Go fuck everything that moves," and
Well,
I was like, first off, why would that be the advice that you give me? Not take time to grieve, to process the reason why that relationship ended, build some type of foundation for yourself because Eric, you really fucking need it because you don't even know what the fuck you are as a person. They were like, go be a hoe, go have a hoe phase. And I was like, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. I guess you're supposed to just go have a hoe phase.
yeah, you're not supposed to at all.
And that shit's dumb. We need to
If
stop
you-
encouraging that type of fucking behavior.
So this was one thing that I wanted to add about the whole porn thing. With my last relationship, love her to death, still to this day. But one thing I noticed with when people watch that shit, a lot of times you get a perspective of what it is when it's not like that at all.
Yeah, they're two different worlds, brother.
Those people who do that on the internet, those are paid professionals to do that. The shit is scripted. These motherfuckers do that, have scenes, they have cuts, they have breaks, they
do. They're trying to fit deadlines and shit.
Exactly.
They have tags they're trying to meet.
Like they take breaks, they go back to it, they have different scenes, they talk about what they're gonna do, and they plan this shit out. People watch that shit and they expect that's what's gonna happen or that's what that's gonna be like. That's not the case at all. My last relationship, which I feel like influenced the decisions of what was going on with my relationship, that's what was going on, is that I feel like she had this perspective of what it was, and I didn't have that same perspective because of what me and her had. So it was kind of, she had this vision of what it would be like, and when she didn't get that, it was like, what the fuck? So my personal opinion, if you want to beat your dick, fucking do it. I don't care. But I would, in my opinion, I would stay away from porn.
Yeah.
It really just gives you, and not everybody, some people are able to be like, this isn't real, and continue with their day-to-day, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you watch that shit, you genuinely get like a thought of what it could be when it's not that way.
Your brain.
It starts hardwiring your brain, and then when you finally do have sex, say you've been watching porn and then you finally have sex for the first time, now you're sitting here thinking, this shit was trash, bro. Like, this shit was not good. When in reality, it probably wasn't that trash. You just have this fixation on what you were expecting, when in reality, that's not how it fucking is whatsoever.
Yeah, like when I lost my virginity, like I was like in my mind, because at that point I had been watching porn for years, so I was like, I know what how this supposed to go down. There's gonna be top, it's gonna be wet, all this other shit.
Good shit.
No, real shit. She's gonna be
Lots of
loud,
liquids,
yanking hair, smacking asses, all this other shit, back scratching, and I was like, this is anticlimactic, and now I feel empty.
gross, empty.
Yeah, but I also think
Sad.
that my high sex drive is like deeply rooted in like another issue that I have with myself that I'm still trying to uncover. I don't know. Maybe I was touched as a kid. I don't fucking know. No, I most definitely was. But I've only no, because I've only talked. I've only talked to her about it. I've only talked.
No. You've definitely told me. You have definitely told me.
I've had a couple of experiences as a fucking child. Anyways, no, my high sex drive is deeply rooted in some other weird shit that's happened to me as a kid. But, damn, where was I going with that? I just said some crazy shit for no fucking reason.
You lost.
Oh no. But you are 100% correct, because when I was in my relationship with 2.0, and I don't want to air out her business, but we were basically piping like every time that I saw her, we had time together. We basically piping. And an issue that came into our relationship was that while I was only using porn as like a medium to just get my nut off and go, because I can tell the difference. I know it's not fucking real. I'm not dumb. Or like I'm not like easily convinced. Like I'm pretty rational. And that's also a difference in relationships, rationale and how people feel. But even if I knew that it was a medium and I was just using it just to get my nut off and go about my business, it made her feel inadequate, and it caused an issue in our relationship. Where she was like, Eric, I know you like, why are you using porn when we basically fuck like all the time? And I was like, well, sometimes you're not here. I just want to, get my nut off real quick. So you can't like wait. You can't let me know. And some people are cool with it. Like it's relationship to relationship.
It depends.
So you definitely have to talk to your partner about it. But for the most part, when you use porn in your relationship, it fucks shit up. It fucks up your dynamic. It fucks up people's sense of worth and the way that they look at themselves. So you need
That's definitely something you need to. It's definitely something you need to talk about.
Yeah, that's something you need to bring up.
You like, if you're worried, like, damn, I don't know if I want to talk to him about that. I've been doing this. I've been watching this for so long. Bro, be honest. Because even if they don't like it, it's better that y'all talk about it and he ends up not liking it, and y'all might have to split ways before y'all get too deep into a relationship and connection.
And they find you beating the shit out your dick.
And then they find you doing it, and now you're guilty because you didn't tell them.
Not only
So
that, but you never know what the answer may be, because you may be find a girl, you're like, hey, listen, I have a porn addiction. I beat off like twice a week. I use porn to do it. She's like, all right, well, I'm glad that you came to me, and I don't want you to watch porn anymore, but now I will send you porn so you could beat off to me and me alone, only me,
like
only me.
that's a very plausible thing if you have that talk.
You
It's
never know, but
you never know.
make sure if you are someone like me who and granted I'm young as fuck, so I'm still trying to learn how to navigate, and I never had a positive fucking relationship example in my life, so I never knew how to like navigate relationships or communicate effectively. But
Period.
you never fucking know. Just make sure you're very open and honest with your partner, and it's better to be open, honest, and have a relationship end early than to stay in a relationship that you than to stay in a relationship that you feel trapped in and that you feel like you can't be your true honest self.
Yeah.
That's the best
Like
thing that you can do, is just be open and honest from the jump.
I don't mean to be ratting, but like my last relationship, it's crazy that we ended up getting on this topic, and that's exactly what happened. So she was looking at that. I didn't know. Say between 6 and 8 months in, I find out, and I'm like, interesting. Okay. All right. So we gotta talk about this now. All right. Didn't know this, and it was kind of like, it seemed like she was trying to kind of put it off, like it's not that serious or whatever. And I'm like, on one hand, no, it's not that serious, but yes, it kind of is too, because it's something we should definitely talk about. And it's not like, it's something that involves the both of us, so it's not something that should just be thrown to the side. Whether you think it's a big deal or not, it felt like it should have been a big deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm not. But I know when I found out, I was like, we're literally having sex, like, if not every single day, sometimes 2 times, 3 times a day, like every single day. Like it it was so consistent. And I'm like, if there was is there any reason why you need that? And if your sex drive is that high and we're already doing it this much, don't you think it would be easy to talk to me about it and we just figure it out from there? And I'm not gonna lie, that's what probably promoted a lot of other problems that we had. Um, but yeah, talking about that shit is so important. So important. Like, one thing I've learned, one thing I have completely learned, when you are in a relationship, bro, you're wanting this guy or girl to be your wife or husband. All your secrets are gone, bro. You
No,
need to
real
you need to
shit.
you
Real
need to let
fucking
that
shit.
shit out, bro. You need to
Real
let that shit
shit.
out
Do not hide anything. The
because
only
they will
it
find it. They will
Yo,
find
demons will
out.
come to light, my nigga. Yo, demons will
They
fucking come
will
to light.
they will find out. And there are some occasions where that person will not be mad at you for not telling, just because like maybe you forgot. Maybe you like there was something in your phone and you forgot, or they found something in your room and you forgot about. Like, there's certain circumstances where a person might be forgiving. Not everyone is that forgiving. So when you have a relationship and you want to take this relationship as far as it can possibly go, your secrets are gone. You need to let that shit out. Because if you don't, they will fucking find it. Because I know me personally, when my ex found out certain secrets about me, it was like the fucking world just shattered. And my
It,
heart
that
dropped to
week
my
was the worst
ass.
week of your fucking life, nigga. You
Oh
weren't allowed to
my god.
smile, weren't allowed to laugh.
Dude, your your everything is ruined when you hide certain secrets. So I think it's best going down the line, if you have a split second where something pops up in your head and it reminds you, like y'all are talking, it reminds you of a secret that you have. Hey, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you right now. I like where this is going, blah blah blah. I really want to tell you what like secrets about me because I want to make sure that I'm fully honest with you. And if they can't accept it, they don't need to be with you anyways. But if they do, they're going to feel so happy that you were able to open and tell them the secrets because, bro, I promise you it's not worth it. It's not worth it to hide that shit. It's really not. It's not worth
for
it.
me, I don't casually date. I've only been in 2 serious relationships, one of which was super serious. Like, I'm talking like, where's my ring? My ring's on my desk somewhere. It's black as shit, so I can't see it. But it was gonna be the end all be fucking all. I don't date casually. If I date you, it's because I want a wife. That's the only way I'm dating.
Actually, yes.
I only date because I want a wife. I don't date
Same.
because, oh, I think you're cool. I want to keep you around for like a week or 2 and see where it goes. No.
Yep.
I date just so I could get fucking married, nigga.
I had one serious relationship, and that entire time, my intention was
to get
I
fucking
like
married.
where this is going. I want to marry this woman.
I want to have kids.
I want to
have the picket fence and the cat and the dog and the 2 fucking kids running around. That's what I want.
I want to have that little swimming pool with the duckies in it. I want all that. I want all that.
I want to have the 9 to 5, come home early one day, see you in the kitchen, cooking up dinner for the little children with the cat running around bothering the dog. Dog comes home because the dog knows he's my homie. Fucking welcomes me at the door.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, fatty? What's going on with you, man? Walk over, give him a little hair rub, run over to the kitchen, see Shorty in the kitchen cooking up. I'm like, oh, she's cooking. She doesn't know I'm home early. Let's see. I go home early. I go, hey, baby, what's up? She turns around. She's like, oh, my God, you're home early. Walks over, gives me a fucking kiss on my cheek. Kids, daddy's home. Fucking running in because it's summer break.
You make me cry.
You know, like, it's my baby. I fucking lift her up into the air, get a little kiss on her forehead. Little niggas wrapped around my leg. I'm not that tall, so I'm sure he's probably like at my waist at that point. Now I rub him on his fucking forehead, and I go like, let me see your grades. Let me see your grades. He's like, I got an A on my chest. You're like, you your mom's son, because I'm not the smartest. Yeah, that's the life that I want to live. So I only date casually. Or I don't date casually. I never date casually. I only date seriously. Yeah. I'm only in a relationship with you if that's what I want. That's the only way I'm in a relationship. And I wish that and it's the same thing going back to last podcast where I said that I became something that I didn't want to be, which was I became my dad, which is the person who I didn't want to be, who I hated the most. But I literally, and again, a lot of my issues are deeply rooted in trauma, but I neglected my relationship in that vision because of my lack of communication and my lack my secrets. And if I would have just been open and honest about a lot of the things starting at the base of the issue, and instead of letting it grow and manifest into something more unmanageable, then I would have been in a much better and happier position. And again, as Darren was saying, if you hold on to secrets, you can hold on to them for a minute. You can hold on to them for a long fucking time. At worst, best case scenario. But do you really want to live with that looming over your head every single day? And do you want to live with the potential of that hurting the person that you love the most? Do you want to live with that? Do you want to wake up every day with in the back of your mind like, hey, today may be the day that this shit gets aired the fuck out? Do you want to live with that? No.
You damn sure don't want to wait too long.
Yo, when you're like a year long in your relationship, 2 years into your
because now this person has committed everything. This person has committed everything to you at this point, and then you just drop a bomb on them.
Yeah, a nuclear fucking warhead just goes off. I'm a man.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the chances of them staying with you, if you tell them earlier in the relationship, the chances of them staying with you are much higher than if you tell them
because they know
later.
they can trust you. They know that you're
because they know they can trust
to...
you. 1 and 2, because if it's so long in the relationship, they're like, the first reaction, I know my first reaction is, damn, they've been hiding this from me the entire time.
What else have they been fucking hiding from you?
What else have they been hiding? So, go ahead and air it out yourself before someone or something else air it out for you.
And the worst thing that could happen is them finding out from somebody fucking else. I always say, this is what I say. I say if I'm gonna kill myself, in game, of course, in game, because I forgot what this was being recorded for. If I'm gonna off myself, I'm gonna do it on my own terms. Like, I would hate to go out in a fucking car crash. I would hate to go out like scuba diving and my fucking ship blows up and I just drown. If I'm gonna off myself, I'd rather do it on my own terms. If you are gonna potentially end your relationship, if you are potentially gonna drop the fucking nuclear warhead that will kill yourself, in game, of course, in your own relationship, you might as well make it be yourself and not have somebody else come to your girl, come to your man with some life altering fucking news.
Yep.
Because then that gives them time to formulate a bunch of shit in their head, come up with a bunch of different fucking scenarios and pictures and images and all this extra shit. When you can come to your significant other, come correct, come calmly, come collected, and say, listen, I love you. Again, as Darren was saying, barbecue water. Or the cream soda, the cream version. Ugh. That, hey, listen, sit down real quick. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to you about something. I want to open up about something. I love you wholeheartedly, and this is I really enjoy being in a relationship with you. I really enjoy being with you, and this is something that that I see myself doing for the prolonged future, and eventually I want to get to the point where we have kids, settle down, all that extra shit, blah blah blah. I'm not trying to give you a template, but like, I have some things that I want to talk to you about, and I would rather you hear it from me than from anybody else. I'm not gonna omit any details. I'm coming to you clean, and this is what's happening. And then you can insert XYZ fucking Z if you're British. Rather than, ooh, girl, did you hear your man was trifling? Ooh,
because
man, ooh, boy, did you hear your girl out here on Instagram?
Because I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it, and it fucking sucks that there are friends like that, but it's good that there are friends like that at the same time. It sucks that someone, because I know certain people do it for reasons that are not good,
Yeah,
and then
malicious.
I know other people, malicious intent, and then I know there's other people that do it because they're genuinely worried about their friend. You do not want that friend to be the one who says that shit. For instance, for example, if there is a guy, say you're a guy and you're dating a girl, and a girl has a guy friend, God forbid, he knows shit about you. Somehow he found out shit about you. If he is the one to tell her, chances of him taking your girl are...
He's gonna make that shit sound so fucking bad.
He's going to make it
making that shit
way worse
crazy
than what it was.
sounding.
So it is so much better to go ahead and get that shit over with. Rip the Band-Aid off.
Best believe if I ever find myself in a relationship, which I will never will, but if I ever find myself in a relationship, me and my girl are gonna be like, fucking this. If a bitch breathes in my direction, hey babe, I went to McDonald's the other day, the worker fucking huff and puffed in my direction, just letting you know. She gonna get sick of my ass. She gonna be sick of my shit.
I'm being honest about everything.
Every little fucking thing. Honesty will be the number one value I uphold in that fucking relationship. Because my previous one was because I was driven by fear, and I was driven by what if I express my feelings, or if I express my thoughts in a way that they don't like, there's a potential that they'll leave me for it. And that was something that I had happened to me in the past, was because I tried to share. Well, a lot of my life has been me internalizing a lot of my emotions because of my parents, because of my past relationships. And I got to a point where I was like, I'm just not gonna share I'm not sharing fuck else. I'm not sharing nothing else. You'll get nothing from me. I'm gonna be a nonchalant nigga from here on out. You'll get nothing from me. And then I got into a relationship where the first sign of danger, they're like, hey, let's talk about it. Like, let's sit down, let's talk about it. Like, what's going on? And I was like, this is new to me. I was like, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to deal with this. So once you get out of that, you know, I was driven by fear. I was driven by anxiety. So I'm out of that. Now I understand. My vision is clear. I
My
understand.
vision is clear.
I understand now that there cannot be success in a relationship when the foundation isn't built on something like honesty or truth. And granted, my reasons for it weren't out of fucking maliciousness or because I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, but it was because of my own trauma and the way that I perceived the validity of my own emotions and how I felt and how it was handled in the past.
Oh.
So I approached that relationship accordingly with the same mindset, and then I had so much fucking growth that was stunted because that's how I navigated life with the idea that my fucking relationships didn't mean, or my emotions didn't mean shit to anybody, that when I got into a relationship where my emotions actually meant shit and I actually had to expand on them, I was like, damn, I don't know how to do this, I gotta run away from it. She's like, hey, let's talk about it, like, let's sit down, what's going on with you? We're not going anywhere until you talk to me. Which I didn't like, because my parents used to do that shit to me, but they didn't do it because they actually cared. They just wanted to know what the fuck was going on with me. And that shit traumatized me. I hated that shit. But still, talk, open up, talk.
I think I said it in the last podcast. My go-to three. I sound like a military sergeant, but it being serious in any relationship, not even like relationship to marry someone, like a friendship, anything. The biggest things to me are loyalty, honesty, respect. If you can't have those, you can't build a relationship, because like, those are everything. Which reminds me of a saying that everybody gets mixed up. This is off topic a little bit, but when it comes to the loyalty,
loyalty.
You know the quote, blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, no, I've heard the real one.
You've heard the real one?
Yeah, niggas be using that shit all the time.
I had this talk. I don't remember where I was at, but I remember somebody was like, because the way I am with my family, and like anyone family related, just because we're blood related does not mean we are family. I've defined my family by something completely different. And so we were having this talk, and somebody was like, why do you act that way towards your family? I was like, first, my family already gave me the impression that they didn't want to have the same respect for me that I have for them. Mm-hmm. And they were like, well, blood is thicker than water. And I was like, that's actually not the real saying and the way it actually works. The real saying, I had to look it up because I don't know it word for word. But the real saying is, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Which means chosen bonds are more significant than bonds with family. Water of the womb. So that's the real saying. For those of you who didn't know, I found that shit out when I was like 12. And when I found that shit out, everybody was either getting cut off or you were family at that point.
My dad used to say that shit to me all the time. He used to say, blood is thicker than water, blood is thicker than water, blood is thicker than water. All right, nigga. You got one more time to piss me off.
Hey, don't forget about the water of the womb, though. Yeah, no. I'll never, like, anytime somebody says that shit, I'm so quick to check them. Like, bro.
Yeah, check their ass.
Like, that's not the real saying, first. Second, I don't think it's a bad thing to put your family first at all. But I don't think you should idolize family over everything. Because, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have stronger bonds with friends than you are with family. Because at the end of the day, when you have family members, you already feel bonded to them because they're your family. When you have a friendship, that is a genuine bond because you built that yourself.
From fucking zero, too.
From zero.
From nothing.
You weren't born with this person. This person didn't know you at birth. This person didn't know you because of someone else. This is someone that you built a connection with on your own. So, blood is not thicker than water, first of all. Second of all, just because they are your family does not make them your family.
No, real shit. And my mom was saying this shit because my dad was like, why don't you talk to your sister? Because my dad is like a family-oriented nigga. Which is funny because he doesn't fucking talk to us or like...
Which is also, like, that's like, typical for...
Like how he grew up.
Our generation, I was going to say, our generation, our parents. me and your generation, our parents, that's how most of our parents are. Is family is everything.
Yeah, my mom is like, fuck no. She's like, I'll cut my family off real fucking quick. And my dad is like, what? You don't cut off family. You don't. You don't do that. You don't do that. I know everybody. My mom's like, no. I was born with my family. Doesn't mean I have to fucking keep them. She's like, I didn't choose them. She's like, I didn't choose my family. I was born into it. She's like, I will cut off my family real fucking quick.
Oh,
And I was like, damn, mom. And just as you were saying, like how we build bonds from fucking zero, and sometimes those bonds become fucking bigger than our families. I didn't grow up family oriented. I grew up in a household where my parents fought all the time, and me and my brother fought all the time. Me and my brother barely fuck. I will go 2 days before I see my fucking brother today, and we live in the same house. Our rooms are. I can walk out and stare at his door, and I will go 2+ days without seeing that or hearing from that nigga at all. Don't have his number saved in my phone. Same with my older brother. Love my older brother to death. He's my role model for everything. I don't talk to that nigga at all. Haven't seen his dog or haven't met his. I haven't met my niece. Haven't talked to her. I barely talk to my sister-in-law. I grew up not family oriented, but the relationships that I have with my friends are much more stronger and intimate than the fucking ones that I have with my family. My family can't tell. My family cannot tell me what my favorite fucking color is. Well, probably black because I wear black or red. But they can't tell me what my favorite fucking animal is. They can't tell me what my deepest, darkest fucking insecurity is. They can't tell me like anything meaningful about myself. But if I ask any one of my friends, they'd be able to tell you like a fucking. They'd able to give you like a laundry list of shit that you may need to. Oh, nipple. That you would fucking need to know. Nasty. Need to know about me. And even when I was with 2.0, when I had that, I told her, I was like, you are my family. Like, this is my family. Like how my dad has my mom, like whatever. I was like, this is my family. I built this. This is mine. I have my girl, her brother lives with us, and I have a fucking cat. This is my family. This is my fortress here.
Oh, dead ass, yeah.
And I think I told you one time, but when I had to come back to my house, because we were living together at the time, and I had to come back to my house for reasons, and I had to stay here, and she hit me with the, I thought that we were your family. And that, when I tell you that shit hurt me down to my fucking core, because there was nothing I could do about it. That shit hurt. It hurt me so fucking deeply. She's like, I thought we were your family. I thought you were going to care for us. I thought you were going to take care of us. Mm-hmm. I was like,
oh, he's still going. Okay. Yep. Just a little more. 2 more seconds.
That shit fucking hurt it. That shit hurt it.
No, it is painful as fuck.
But yeah, we don't choose we don't choose the family that we get, but we can choose the family that we make.
Yep.
100%.
And that, like, I stand by that shit. Somebody, I remember I was hanging out with some people. Somebody said, like, a stereotype to people who get loyalty tattooed on them. I'm like, for the most part, yeah. For the most part, yeah. People just get it just to get it. But for me,
don't you have a loyalty tattoo?
No, I do. That's why I got so offended when this person said it, because I was like, you don't know a single thing about me. You don't know why I got this tattoo on. I have this tattoo on because despite everything going on in my life, I left my parents, I left my siblings, I left my cousins that I lived with, because I did not feel like that was my family at the time. I didn't feel like their loyalty resided with me. I felt like any given moment, if they had a chance to get something out of me, they would have done it. And when I moved away with my ex at the time, I felt so much better. I was like, this is my family. This is a bond that I created. This is my family. They have shown me all the loyalty and proven that no matter what, that they're there for me. And they have no relation to me whatsoever. Mm-hmm. People can just, out of the kindness of their heart, chose to be loyal to me. That's why I got it on. That's why I put that on my skin, is because loyalty is so much. That is what decides my family for me. if you can be loyal to me when my own actual blood related people can't be loyal to me, you're my real family. So don't think that every nigga got just bro, not every nigga got loyalty tattooed on them just because it looks cool. Hey, some people got reasons behind it.
You're shit. Because I know
Bro,
my parents would be on my ass. My parents are on my ass about fucking everything, dude. I swear to God, I can't do anything without my parents being on my fucking ass.
Hey, bro, I snipped it. I snipped that shit.
I can't.
I know.
Well,
it's different for everyone.
See, I was really close to with 2.0. I was like, I didn't talk to my parents at all, but they would call me. They'd be like, "Hey, just checking up on you, making sure you're okay."
It's weird, right? When you
After
you're not
I
around,
left.
they're more
Yeah.
they're more in tune with your life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But let me be here. Let me be here.
I hate your fucking guts.
No, not even that. Not even that. I told my parents this. I finally told my parents this. I said, the crazy thing is, y'all don't give a fuck about me. And why I say that because I tried to kill myself. In game, of course.
In game.
In game, of course. Twice. This year alone. And if I would have succeeded, it would have taken you niggas days to find my fucking body.
It was a really hard game to beat.
It was hard. It was called Life. It would have taken you niggas. I knew too. I was like, I can do this shit now on a Tuesday night, and it will take them at least Thursday to come check me to come check if I'm fucking alive. Before they notice. It would take them at least 3 days to come fucking find me.
No, real shit. Me saying that now is a little crazy, just because I don't like. I'm 7+ hours away from all my parents, so I know that's different now. But then, when I was there, yeah, same. Like it.
Like my parents, who I've been around for years, since I was a baby, obviously, since I was a baby. There can be something wrong with me today. I can walk out in the kitchen, grab something to drink, grab something to eat, walk back to my room. No one says shit to me. No one gives a fuck. But if I was sad, if I came home and had a bad day with 2.0, she would do her usual, "Hey, how you doing? Love you. Did you have a good day?" If I went, it was whatever. It was straight. What's wrong? You want to talk about it? Comes over and gives me a fucking hug before I even get a chance to take off my fucking shoes. Even while I'm taking off my shoes, she's giving me a hug. I'm like, "Bro, please let me take off my shoes." She's already clinging to me.
Yeah.
And I need that. But guess who didn't do it? My fucking family, my real fucking family, the ones who I've been around for years, the ones who I was born into. They ain't do that shit for me. But some random ass, pretty ass fucking curly headed girl that I met one random day in school, who I grew up to start fucking living with, does it.
Yep. I will say, me specifically, my parents have gotten a bit better. Granted, I noticed things started to get better after I left.
That's usually when it does get better.
Exactly. But, one thing I will say, don't be so quick. It's not wrong to forgive easy whatsoever. If you're a forgiving person, that is a beautiful thing. But respect yourself at the same time. Like, if someone did you wrong, what you laughing for, nigga?
Cause every time you say that, I think about my shit with Kaylin. Every single time you say, be a forgiving person is alright.
No,
I'm like,
no, deadass. I do be kind of targeting you sometimes when I say this shit. Because I'm not gonna lie, I think that's the only time in our 6-7 years of friendship that I've ever been actually angry with you. I think that's the only time that I think you're the only friend I've never ever been mad at. Except that one fucking time. That one time.
yeah, I was.
But enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of that. It's not a bad thing to be so forgiving, but you gotta have some respect for yourself. So,
yeah.
For instance, I'm gonna give a random example. Damn, I was about to say my example. literal fucking what happened with me. Say one of your parents said some crazy shit to you. Say you don't live there anymore. Say you have your own place, but you're still around them. And say they say some crazy shit to you. And you decide, okay, I'm gonna separate myself from them. And then all of a sudden you feel like they started doing things differently. Don't be so quick to put yourself back in that situation.
No, real shit. Wait for results.
Wait for results. Because if you put yourself back in that position and it happens again, you're gonna feel fucking stupid. You're gonna feel like, damn, why the fuck did I just treat them that way? And then you're gonna get to a point where you don't want to ever talk to them again. That's what I'm at. It's because I was so quick to forgive. Now I'm at a point where I'm like, I never want to forgive them. And so now when they actually are doing better and have shown results, it's hard for me to forgive now. So just pay the fuck attention. Pay the fuck attention. Please, for the love of God, pay attention.
I think I'm not gonna say it. Well, I don't know if I'm naturally forgiving person. I think that
I think you are. You are an actually kind soul, and you forgive.
Oh, I fucking kill everybody in my life.
You won't kill me, nigga.
What was I gonna say? Damn, that shit threw me so fucking off. Oh yeah, so I was gonna say I don't think I'm a naturally forgiving person, but I think that I understand that it's human nature to a degree to look to prioritize your own well-being before others, so people use others for their own personal gain. And I understand that that's how it is sometimes. So if sometimes when people fuck me over, I don't I understand that that's just sometimes that's just how things go. That's just the way things go. So that's why I'm so quick to forgive people. I'm like, it is what it is. But that doesn't mean that you'll get the same energy from me, if that makes sense. Like, I'm quick to forgive you. I'll forgive you. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be the same person that forgave you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no. Like, in my situation, when I forgave one of my parents for what they did, yes, I forgave them, but I didn't give them the same energy.
Yeah, they don't get that access to you again.
They don't get that same access that they had before, because now I know what you're willing to do and what you will do and will say to mess with me. So now I'm going to take back certain things to keep you from being able to put yourself in a position to say those things.
Yeah.
So, excuse me.
Yeah, protect yourself. You don't give people the same access to you as they did before. If they wronged you, they have to earn that shit back.
One of the best fucking pieces of advice I've ever heard. Protect your peace. I ain't never heard that shit till I was 21 years old by this beautiful chocolate man right here.
And I didn't hear that shit until I was 21 from a beautiful, semi-melanated, curly-headed.
Lo siento.
Shit, so am I.
Oh my god.
I'm laughing because it hurts.
The pain is
Nah, but yeah. No, protect your peace, real shit. That's how I live my life. Protect your peace. You allow people into your life. This is my thing now. This is my thing. I realized when I was in my relationship with 2.0 that I did a lot of talking rather than I made a lot of promises without actually delivering.
And then to do with the actions, yeah.
Exactly. So now what I'm doing is I'm being more. And I saw a TikTok about this, so I don't want niggas to think I'm fucking plagiarizing, because as a scholar, I learned to cite my sources. However, I don't know where this came from.
With your actions, not with your words.
He said, he put it even a better way. He said he's learning to be. Wait, what did you say?
I said, prove it with your actions, not with your words.
Okay. Yeah, he said be ruthless in your. He said be kind in your tone, but ruthless in your actions.
I like
And
that.
that's the type of person that I want to be now.
Yeah, same.
I instead of doing all that talking and shit, all that promising and kind of delivering on my promises or being very slow to do it, I want to be very calm in my tone. But when there's something that I want to deliver, I'm ruthless in that action. So
Yep.
an example is if I say if a bitch pulls up on me, she's like, "Hey, I think you're cute. I want to talk to you. What's your Instagram? What's your Snap?" I'm like, "Oh, that's thank you. I appreciate it. That's really kind of you. I got a girl though." And duck the fuck off. Don't give that bitch another opportunity. Oh, what's your girl look like? What's her name? All this other shit. Duck the fuck off. I want to be ruthless in my actions, but calm in my tone.
Yep.
You don't have to be an asshole about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to construct a person who's caring, loving, stoic, even. But at the end of the day, you can't run over. You can't run over me. You don't feel like you have some type of power or authority over me because I know who I am. I have my boundaries set. I have my tone set. I have my rules and regulations set. And the person that I am is unflinching.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to do anything for those who I love, those who I care about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to compromise my character in damn, I had a word, I forgot about it. I'm not going to compromise my character because that's the person that I set out to be, and I owe it to the people who I love and care for to be that person as well.
Sorry, intrusive thoughts just fucking won, bro.
Nah,
You
you're
said
good.
you said I forgot the word, and my immediate reaction was gonna be troglodyte, but I held it in.
That's the word. Y'all niggas been using that shit a lot. I need to
That
stop bringing new
shit.
vernacular into the fucking group chat.
It's okay. I'm gonna get my own vernacular. I'm gonna hit y'all with some shit. You could be like, what?
I'm gonna have to press down on that bitch and go to Google search and be like, what does this mean? Dictionary. That's how I feel when I use sodomite. Like no one knows what the fuck
Yeah,
this shit mean.
that shit is funny,
It
bro.
means get fucked in the ass. That's what it means. That's what sodomite means. It means someone who engages in sodomy, which is anal sex.
It's just the way you said it.
You fucking sodomite.
You fucking troglodyte.
That shit is crazy. It sounds like a slur. It sounds like some offensive
No,
shit.
right?
You fucking troglodyte, huh?
But yeah, I used to get told that all the time when I played sports. The main thing that I think goes a long way, actions speak louder than words. That shit is important. And I was in the same boat with my ex, is that I made all these promises and said all these things that I would do, and some of them may get done, some of them may not get done. Now I'm at a point where I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I may inform you what might happen on certain occasions, but I would rather just do it instead of telling you about it because of the chance that it might not happen. So I'd rather show you than tell you
Real shit.
in any situation.
I started doing it towards the end of my relationship with 2.0. Is that like, she went out of town for one thing, and she was like, "Yeah, I was like, I want to show her that like I can provide and that I can care for her and like that I'm here and I'm trying to put forth an effort." And she was out of town, and she was like, "Yeah, I have nothing at home right now. I'm gonna have to do it when I get home." And she was out of town. I went to her apartment. I bought her hella fucking groceries, cleaned up her apartment. When she came back, she had a fridge full of shit. Apartment was clean. Everything was looking nice. Her cat was fucking. Duck was chilling. Duck was vibing. Making sure that nigga was alive. Everything was fucking good. Cleaned up the car a little bit. I was like, yeah. And I didn't tell her. Until she got home and she was like, "Thank you for getting me groceries and taking care of everything." I was like, "Yes, of course."
When I was with my ex, one thing that I did, I wouldn't say it's early in a relationship. It was probably about midway. I still had there were still occasions where I'd do something instead of just saying it, but it wasn't as consistent as I would like it to be now.
Mm-hmm.
But she was at work. She was at work, and I don't know if you remember this. You might. She was at work, and she knew I was coming to see her, but she didn't know for what reason.
Mm-hmm.
I made 3 fucking stops on the way to her. I did half a tank of gas, damn near.
Yeah.
I went to a store, got her flowers. I went to Starbucks to get her favorite drink, and then I went to Chick-fil-A to get her favorite food, and then brought all that shit to work. She did not know that was happening, and the fact that she did not know that was happening and I just did it instead of saying it, and then God forbid Starbucks can't make that drink right now, or God forbid Chick-fil-A couldn't have that one food item. It was better that I just did it instead of saying it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Actions speak louder than words.
Oh God, they do.
Ruthless in your actions. But I forgot the word. But soften your tone. Ruthless
Chocolate
in your
diet.
actions. Oh, okay. All right, nigga. All right, we sitting at a good hour 10. How are you feeling so far, sir?
I'm not tired, so I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm in a surprisingly decent mood off like no sleep right now.
Really?
Yeah. Hold up.
One thing I did want to bring up is I heard you talking about it earlier, but one thing that I grew to not agree with is trying to influence others' perceptions of you. Because
Hold up. Say that one more time.
Something that I grew to not agree with is trying to influence other people's perceptions of you.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to expand on that a little bit by saying the way that I was months ago, years ago, is that the way that people perceived me was something that I felt very strongly about. I needed people to see me a certain way. I needed to come off a certain way. I needed people to think of me a certain way. I needed people to perceive me a certain way. I needed people to think that I was funny. I needed some people to think that I was cute. Whatever the case may be, I needed people to perceive me a certain way, and I would do anything. I would go out of my way to directly influence people's perception of me, whether or not that's how I felt or whether or not that's who I thought I was as a person. Now, me today, I think that going out of your way to change people's perception of you I think that you shouldn't care as much.
Yeah.
And
you're talking about the situation earlier when I was on the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the only reason why I brought it up is because that's something that I've been doing. I literally, because I told you that lady wrote that review and pointed me out specifically. Because my biggest thing now is I hate being perceived. I hate people perceiving me in any way, shape, or fucking form. I hate it. But most of the time purely based off of physical, because most people don't get to like actually interact with me in a meaningful way. They see me physically and they come to a perception based off of that. And usually it's, oh, this nigga's fucking angry, this nigga's edgy, this nigga's gay, whatever the case may be. People's perception now is completely different than me than fucking a year ago.
Yeah.
And a year ago I was so hyper fixated on trying to fix or drive that perception to a certain fucking answer that I wanted, that I let it consume me and I let it take over a lot of my life, and I let it take over a lot of the things that I let it compromise a lot of my values and a lot of my core beliefs, which at the time I didn't have a lot of because I was still trying to navigate, because I was so emotionally, mentally stunted from a lot of shit. But me now, I think that going to that same extent to let it consume me or to let it jeopardize my character, or to put myself in a position that I can't realistically uphold anymore, I think it does more damage than good. And overall, I think that trying to force a perception of my character is worse than just allowing yourself to be perceived in a way and then proving somebody wrong based off of them, whether that be getting to know you or experiencing you, whatever the case may be. So that's what I want to say.
I'm gonna say something, not really devil's advocate, but something kind of on the other side of it.
Mm-hmm.
So someone talking about someone else when they don't concern you. I heard this quote. I think it was on like a YouTube short or something. The person, I'm gonna tell you who the person is after, because I would never think somebody like this person would say this, but it says, if you have a problem with me, text me, call me. If you don't have my number, then you probably don't know me well enough to have a problem with me.
I know who this fucker is.
You know who is it?
The fucking comedian nigga.
Nope. That's not who I heard it from.
You didn't? I heard it from the comedian nigga on TikTok.
Nope. I heard it from Tom Holland.
Oh no, that's who it was. They all look the same to me. They all look the fucking same. I was thinking of that, like the light skinned nigga or the white nigga with the fucking blonde hair and the strong ass chiseled jawline that does comedy.
High pitched voice.
Kinda, but you got like a mom that baked them cookies and was like,
oh, Matt Rife.
I don't know. They all look the same to me.
He's a stronger white dude, a little muscular.
Yeah, it's this nigga. He always goes. Yeah, same dude. Okay, yeah, I heard it from him too, but I also heard it from Tom Holland. But that who else was? Go continue.
Bro, this is something that I've been doing a lot lately. No, this is something a lot lately, because I would talk about niggas in high school. After I got out of high school, if it doesn't concern me, why the fuck do I care? For what reason? Why does it matter? Unless it is literally about you, there is no reason for you to bring up other people's name. Like, why involve yourself in drama? I've been very big on energies lately, and that is one energy you don't need nor do you want. Because that shit will come back. That shit will come back and bite you in the ass, bro. It's not worth talking shit about people and drama and starting shit. It's not worth it. Because it will come back. In the situation that Eric was going off of, the dude who was talking shit, unfortunately, I would not wish it upon anyone for it to come back to them and anything be a problem. But at the end of the day, if you're talking shit about someone, chances that they probably will find out they're up there. So just don't bother yourself with it. Don't bother yourself with it.
The thing is, I agree with you though. I agree with you in the way that where you brought up the Tom Holland quote, which if you don't, fucking text me, talk to me. I was talking to my coworker, and I was basically saying that
you look like you got a dress on.
Nigga, you're nasty.
A little bit.
Don't do that. I was talking to my coworker, and I was basically saying how I wish my store manager would the way that she perceives me, I wish that she would talk to me instead of basically coming up with these perceptions. And while I agree with you, if you have a perception of me and you feel like it's negative, I would rather you come to me, talk to me, experience me in all my entirety so you can get a better understanding or get at your own or reach your own conclusion of who I am as a person. However, I understand at the same time, 9 times out of 10, people aren't going to do that shit. They're not. They're going to go off of hearsay. They're going to go off of what they perceived. They're going to go off of what they're going to go off of what they've been told, and that's basically what you get. That's what you get. Yep. So I understand that that's how the world works. That's how people work. And at the same time, I can't get caught up on, oh, this person doesn't like me. This person's talking shit about me, blah, blah, blah. I need to do something about it because I don't need to give that shit. Yeah. I don't need to give that shit my time. I don't need to give it my energy. I understand who I am as a person. I know how I come as a person. I understand what comes with me, and I understand who or what my ideals are. I understand what my values are, and I understand who I am as a person and what I can bring. And if you have reached the conclusion that I am a piece of shit, no good, blah, 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 whatever the case may be, You perceive me as someone who's an asshole. You perceive me as somebody who's abusive. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. You've perceived me negatively. There we go. If you decide that I'm a negative person and I've been perceived negatively, and you don't want to take the chance to get to know me or to experience me, there's nothing I can do about that. And using up my energy, using up my time is useless.
Yep.
So I do agree with you. I agree with you to a certain extent, and well, halfway. There's nothing really you can do about it.
Yep.
So feeling the type of way about it, it's just a waste of energy, honestly. That's how I see it, at least.
A lot of times, the way I try to think about it, because after high school, I had a lot of people talking about me for some reason, and people like my name would be in people's mouth, which yes, it irritates me. No, I don't let it get to me, but it does irritate me that someone's always got my name coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I started thinking about it is, it might be a little harsh, but it's the way that I used to think about it so I could not bother myself with it.
Mm-hmm.
But like people, I don't want to say a lot of times, but a good amount of times when people are unhappy with themselves, they will bring drama into yours.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason for you to get caught up on shit that people might be saying about you, whether they are or not. There's no reason to catch yourself up on it, because like that's just bringing more shit onto your plate that you don't need.
Mm-hmm.
So if people are starting drama, let them, because they're just making themselves more unhappy by being in a worse mood by talking shit. So don't bother yourself with that shit.
Yeah. No, that was like a big like arc that I had to go through, is making is stopping like caring about people's perception of me. Like that was that was all I fucking had, was people's perception of me, and
It's definitely hard to.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's definitely hard to.
I finally got to the point now where if somebody thinks negatively of me, or if somebody sees me a certain way that I'm not okay with, I don't like immediately just freak the fuck out and like, oh, I have to change it. I have to be positive, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm like, it is what it is.
Well.
Like, I know who I am as a person. I know what I can bring. I know the relationships that I have formed, and the way that people talk about me who actually know me, and the way that they hold me. And at the end of the day, the people that actually know everything about me or know enough about me, I know how they feel about me comparatively to someone like, I don't know, that random bitch who wrote the review about me and was like, the black nigga with the braids is huffing and puffing and blah, 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 blah. So I finally got to the point now where I'm able to look past that and be like, it is what it is. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I can't change. It is impossible. It is so fucking impossible and unrealistic to change everybody's perception about you, or to drive everybody's perception of you into the direction that you want it to be. It is so impossible, and if you try to do that, it's going to be exhausting, and you're going to take up so much energy and so much time, and you're never going to be able to see the end of it. You're never going to be able to see the end of it, and you're going to get stuck in a position where you don't want to be. You're going to be stuck acting a way that you don't want to act, and you're going to fucking fall apart, and you're not going to know who you are, and you're going to become an amalgamation of a bunch of fuck shit, and an amalgamation of everybody else's perception of you, and you're not going to know who you are as a person anymore, and you're going to lose yourself. So I recommend not doing that shit. Just let it be.
The only perception of you that matters is your own perception.
Your own.
So
real shit.
It like, that shit's not worth it. I feel like that's what a lot of times now, when I make new acquaintances or friends, a lot of times that's what they do like about me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not being bothered with that shit. I'm, as Eric too, we're a lot in common in certain ways, but this one, we stop caring, bro. It's not worth it. The fuck that shit gotta do with me, bro? I don't care.
Why am I gonna be responsible for a nigga thinking badly of me?
And even in a good way, even if they're saying anything in a good way, for someone to be talking about me, I have no reason to be concerned what they're saying about me, whether it's good or bad. If it's good, thank you, that was very kind.
Mm-hmm.
If they feel like they need to tell me, they can. If they don't, whatever. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit there keep thinking about it. If they're saying something bad, they could say it to me if they want to say it to me. If they don't, oh well. I have no reason to keep thinking about it. I just don't care anymore. There's no reason to care. It doesn't affect me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me.
No, it takes a lot of work. I mean, I still get to the point now where sometimes people say some shit about me, and I'm like, damn, that kind of hurt it. And I know I can't let it bother me, and it does to some degree. But
It definitely
I
takes a lot of work. It
I
does
am
take a lot of work.
still actively working, trying to get past that. I'm still maybe I'm autistic. I don't fucking know. But sometimes people say shit to me, and I'm like,
I think I got a little bit of autism.
I got the tism.
Uh,
Tism.
but somebody had said something to me. One of my friends here was like, "Hey, this person thinks this about you, or said this, and this," and I just went. And he was like, "You don't care. I know." I was like, "Why did you tell me?" He was like, "I thought you wanted to know." And he was like, "Okay, my bad. Thank you. It's just not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. I ain't got no reason to be stressed about that shit."
No, I try not to drive my own perception into like I try not to conceptually whatever conceptually whatever perception I want people to have of me, I try not to drive into their fucking mind. Like I
A
try
little bit
not
of a
to
tongue twister.
yeah, I try not to force feed them what I want, and I try to just let it flow naturally. um like for example, at work I am a very you get two versions of me. Either I'm quiet and I don't talk and I just listen to my music, or I'm super hyper, super energetic, always talking shit, um, always like making jokes and shit. Those are the only two versions you get of me.
Yeah, it is.
And sometimes you'll get the perception. Sometimes when I'm quiet and I don't talk, it's Eric's rude, or Eric's angry all the time, or Eric's sad all the time. One of the two, which is that one's probably true. Um, or he hates his life, doesn't want to be there, hates everybody here, or when I'm hyper happy, whatever the fuck, fucking dancing to Usher, there, oh, he's super happy, he's super energetic. That nigga probably got some shit going on in his brain. He's probably ADHD or some shit. I don't fucking know. But the perception that I get when I'm in there, like when I'm sad and not talking and shit, the perception in my mind that I know is I'm sad. I don't want to be here. Sometimes I hope people notice so they don't think I'm being rude. And sometimes I want people to ask me what's wrong. But when I'm happy, I'm like, damn, I think I'm in an edit and shit. I'm like walking around thinking I look sexy and shit.
Sin,
Yeah, no, real shit.
Sin City with me.
And I have to catch myself because I
Dum,
sometimes I
dum.
drive that into people's minds. And I'm like, but do I realistically speaking, do I want that to be what everybody knows me as? I don't want everybody to think that I'm like a lot of people customer wise, like when I'm working, they say they love my hair, they love my vibe. Um they they love my aesthetic, whatever the case may be. And they try to talk to me, and my coworkers be like, "Damn, Eric, are you risen up an old lady again? Damn, Eric, are you risen up a mom?" Now, to be fair, I started that as a joke, and I drove that into people's mind that I'm the fucking Rizzler. And now every time I'm communicating with an older lady, like, up, Eric's got another mom. Up, Eric's risen up a mom. Eric's risen up a grandma now too, apparently. So while it was my fault that I drove that narrative and I drove that perception into people's minds, I need to realize that I played a part in that.
Yeah, no. But
I did that
it's
shit.
better. It's better that you build that perception than people building it for you.
Yes.
So it's better to do that on your own, even if you don't want that to be the case, it's better for you to do that versus them.
Yeah.
So,
But
definitely
again,
build.
I'd rather let people experience me in all of my entirety so they can come to their own conclusions rather than me dropping little flakes and shit here and there. Which is unrealistic, of course, because people are gonna have their perceptions of you regardless of
Always,
whether you do anything.
always, always. Like, I'm a very, I don't want to say judgmental. I'm a very, I read people very deeply
Mm-hmm.
and build my own perceptions of people. I know in my mind that may not be who they really are, and that may not how they actually are, but this is what I perceive of them. So, I mean, I do it. So, like, it's normal to get that, but
Yeah. And I try not to let my perceptions of everybody else fuck with me. Like if I see someone and I'm like,
there's a rocket.
oh yeah,
Bro, I
fuck.
was just sitting here and I just heard. And I was like,
And somebody's fucking truck is getting fucked up.
is there a train on top of the house?
Um, I try not to let my perception of other people fuck with my potential connection to them as well. Like if I see somebody and I'm like, oh, they look like a fucking asshole. They look like a dick. I keep that judgment and I go up to them and I interact with them with no bias and with no influence, with no potential influence, and I go and I try to experience them in all their entirety. Then in which case I could be proven wrong, or I'll say I'm pretty good at reading people 7 times out of 10. I think I could get a pretty accurate like reading on
I
somebody.
agree. I feel like that's how I am as well.
I can get proven right. So I try not to let my influence or my perception, my perceived whatever influence that too. I'm big on experience first and then make my decisions rather than make my decisions and then experience afterwards and try to be swayed by that.
Yeah. Okay, so it's semi-related, but not incredibly related. Um, One thing that I feel like I've been seeing a lot of lately, um, and I feel like is very important. I've been seeing a lot of people putting on a different face, acting completely
What
different
do you mean?
from who they really are. Um, so as far as building your own perception, making people see you the way you want them to see you, be your fucking self. Like when I moved here, I've never seen so many people being so incredibly fake. It is insane. I promise you, if you are yourself and you are genuine and you let people see you for who you are and who you know you are and like to be, I promise you shit is so much easier and shit just
It
comes to you
is.
so much more natural.
It is.
When I stopped trying to make people happy, make people think I'm a happy person and think different ways about me and started being me, quiet at times, happy at other times, serious at certain times and moments, and like letting people see how I really am on different days, people started to like me a lot more. Which, granted, don't need people to like me, but it's so much better if you just be your fucking self. Like, oh my god, that shit. Bro,
No, real shit.
it's insane. It's insane that people. Ugh.
Because if you don't, then you run into an issue that I had where you have so many unrealistic and so many unmaintainable aspects of yourself that you have to start to maintain because you decided to construct this fake fucking persona for yourself.
Yeah.
That when you step outside of that and regress back into who you truly are as a person, I was like, what the fuck? What happened to you? Like, I constructed a personality that was super happy, super energetic, happy go lucky, telling jokes, laughing, smiling all the fucking time. That as soon as I dropped that and I started being sad or I started being nonchalant or neutral about everything, everyone was like, are you okay? What's going on? I was like, nothing. This is just who I am. No, you're usually like happy. You're usually happy, smiling, doing all this extra shit, dancing and shit. Like, yeah, that may make up a part of me,
Not all of me,
but
though.
not all of me.
All of me. Yeah.
Like, and so sometimes it gets blown up and it becomes so unmaintainable that you start stressing, and then you start resenting that side of yourself. You start resenting that part of yourself, and that's something that I did. I started resenting a lot of my happiness because that's something that I had to maintain for other people's to continue other people's perception of me, because I held that so much and I held it in such high regard. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
a,
but
it was
just
a
be
little
yourself.
off topic, but yeah, that shit's been irritating me a bit lately. Cause like I said about being able to read people, I feel like I read people pretty well. And the people that I have as friends here, you better stop moving your eyebrows like that. Um, some of the people that I have as friends here, I've been asked before, like, what do you think about this person? I'm not gonna hang out with them. Like, why? I can clearly tell that they are trying to pretend to be someone that they're not. I can't be friends with you, maybe even have you part of my family, because one of my biggest things is loyalty, honesty, respect. You're not being honest with me or yourself if you're pretending to be someone else. So somebody will ask me what do you think about them? I can't hang out with them. Like, why don't you? Why do you think that they're pretending to be someone? And I'm like, here's X, Y, and Z reasons. Here's what I picked up off them. They're like, damn, okay, I know this person very well. That is true. It's it's not worth it to try and pretend to be someone, because like when you do, and you're pretending to be this way for so long, or a certain amount of time, like Eric said, eventually, when you're not that way because you can't do it forever,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, huh, this person's not the same. This is someone else. And certain times when you show your true colors, it may not be in the way that I've done it or Eric's done it, when we put on a face and they're like, oh, he's not doing okay. Sometimes you're actually a dickhead.
You're a
Me
fucking
personally,
asshole.
me personally, I would rather you be a dickhead 100% of the time than you pretend to not be a dickhead and then
No, real shit.
start saying sneak shit all the time, because
Real
then you
shit.
sound condescending. I'd rather you just be a dickhead up front, because then I know you're a real person, not a NPC.
Yeah, and then you can choose at that point. Like, if your first interaction with someone is, at least I'm friends with this nigga and I know he's an asshole, rather than you be friends with the nigga for
Exactly.
like a year and a half and all of a sudden he's a fucking asshole and you're like, damn, nigga, what happened to you? He's changed. We've spent all this time together. He was never like this. Like, with Angel, I'm using Angel as an example. I know this nigga Angel's a fucking dickhead sometimes. He's always been a dickhead, so it's not gonna
Love him to death.
surprise me
Love
when
him to
he's a
death for it
dickhead.
too.
It's
I
not
love him
gonna
to death
surprise me
for
when
it.
he's a dickhead. But if
He
Angel were
will.
to hide up he was trying to hide his dickheadness and pretend to
No,
be not one, I would be like, Angel, yo, you're fucking bugging, nigga. I can't
no,
hang around you
deadass.
no more, dog.
If there was a moment where Angel just all of a sudden started being incredibly nice to everyone, I'd be like, yo, Angel, fuck is wrong with you,
Yeah,
bitch
but what's
ass
good
nigga?
with
Like,
you,
what's
nigga?
good with you? Like, what's good with you? Stop being like that, bro.
I was
Go
like, yo,
back
you're
to
bugging, bruh. What's going on with you, bruh?
where's Angel at? Bring his ass back. I don't know who the fuck this is, bro. You're weird.
If Angel was nice to me for like a good like 7 months and all of a sudden we were playing a league game and he was telling me to fucking off my shit and that I'm so ass and garbage and all this other shit, I would be like, yo, who are you?
But the fact that he does that
Off rip,
all the time,
unapologetically. Then I'm more inclined to stay around and interact with him and be his fucking homie.
because I expect that from him.
Yeah, I expect it from him.
So it's not as big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I judged his character. And niggas did that shit at work. Like, when I first got to my new store, they were, I say new, but I've been there for like a year. They were like, oh, be careful from this person because of X, Y, and Z. Be careful of this person. And I was like, yo, thank you for the heads up. But I think I'm going to interact with this person on my own time, and I'll come to my own conclusion whether or not I want to, like,
Exactly.
whether or not I want to continue talking to them or interacting with them, whatever the case may be. I was like, let me judge that for myself before you start trying to force shit down my fucking throat. Let me do it myself, and then I'll
We didn't
reach
go
my own
too far
conclusion.
off topic. We didn't.
No,
We okay.
it kind of went like different paths and shit.
You just merged it just now. Like, don't try to put perspectives on
Yeah,
people
don't
that,
shove it on me, bro.
because I'm gonna build whatever perception I want to on someone based off of the interaction I have.
That I make with them real shit.
Exactly. Exactly. Mm. Mm. That's a good ass quote. Good shit, Tom Holland. That shit was crazy. I
If I
remember
was
when I
Tom
heard that shit.
Holland,
I heard that shit and I was like, real shit. What you gonna say about Zendaya?
I was gonna say if I was taking back shots, I would make up quotes like that too. I don't blame
Oh my!
him. Niggas were on his ass after that fucking scene. They
I
were.
thought you were about to go straight to Zendaya.
Nah, I was gonna go to him. I feel bad for him, honestly, because
Nah,
niggas
me
is
too.
dogging him about that scene. Like it wasn't that deep, bro. He's an actor. That's what he does.
He is an actor.
Y'all fucking up his mental health because he did a scene in a movie or a TV show. I don't know what the fuck it was. You niggas are sick and you should be ashamed of yourselves.
No, dead ass.
Let the nigga act. That's what he fucking signed up to do.
Um, that's what. So, I know what I want to start doing when we do these podcasts. I'm gonna start getting the generalization of certain quotes that compile together into one similar topic. Start going off that shit. So we could just be sitting here the whole time. Real shit. We'd be sitting here doing that for an hour. Real
I started
shit.
doing that. I started saving a bunch of quotes in my notepad.
I started doing that too.
I have a laundry list of them bitches now.
Ooh,
This nigga reading quotes. These
no. So I was just. This was when we were talking about it, and I was curious. I was like, I'm curious what would come up. About being yourself. This man Steve Jobs said this. This shit is crazy. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living in someone else's life. Real shit. We gonna end up changing the name of the podcast to Real
real shit
Shit.
podcast. Like I have one. I have. It's nothing but fucking text. These are all the quotes that I've saved through the years of shit.
That's exactly what my shit looks like right there.
The first one is
Do
not
you
a
have them in
single.
quotations?
I don't, but I started writing where I got them from. This one was from fucking Cyberpunk. Said not a single thing in the world isn't in the process of becoming something else. And I was like,
Real shit.
I saw one. It said death created time to grow the things it would kill. Are you easy to please or accustomed to being neglected? That one hit
One more
me.
time. Say that one more
Oh,
time.
I got you. Are
One
you
more again.
easy to please or accustomed to being neglected? I heard that shit and I had to double back. I said, excuse me? I was like, don't call me out like that. Accustomed to being neglected.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull up my notes because I'm pretty sure I saved them.
Do you want punishment or accountability? That shit made me fucking think. Cause my entire life I sought punishment. Like if I ever got into an argument or like an issue with somebody, I would rather be punished than to actually like sit down and think. Like when niggas say sit down and think about what you've done, I'd rather just get the punishment and go about my fucking business. And so when I went through my breakup with 2.0, I was like, did I want accountability or did I want punishment? Like that shit just it made me think. That shit made me think.
No, yeah. I'm about to be thinking about that shit tonight.
Punishment or accountability?
I think I can access my notes from here. Let's see. Let's see here. Like this one. This one I saved. When did I save this? Damn, this shit was in 2019.
Mm.
Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations.
Oh, real shit. They sure do. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. Yeah, they sure fucking do.
Yep. Yeah, I got a lot of shit here. Jesus Christ. Damn. Mm. Okay. So this one I saved not because I really agreed with it, but it made me think. It made me
Mm-hmm.
think about how I want to live my life. So this one said, the purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well.
I agree with that.
See?
I
Like,
agree with
I'm
that.
like, on one hand, I think it's very important to want to be happy in life. But on another hand, very true that there are other things that do matter more that will probably give you that happiness in the end. Real shit. You sitting there looking at them, aren't you?
No, I was on Instagram.
This nigga here.
My bad, gang. That's
Tisk,
unprofessional of me.
tisk, tisk, tisk,
You right. That's unprofessional. Let me put it down.
tisk, tisk. I'm sitting here looking at him.
All right, Darren. Be sitting at an hour 46. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling a little. I'm feeling a little tired.
Two more though. Two more. These are the last two quotes that I was
Nah,
gonna
go off.
say.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
This one is probably for me and Eric because we are definitely people that like to make everyone happy around us. The person who tries to keep everyone happy often ends up feeling the loneliest.
Real shit.
Real shit.
I'd be in my bed at night, hugging my fucking pillow, thinking it's her.
You be sitting here, let's say there's a pillow. I'd be sitting here thinking like, damn, I made a lot of motherfuckers happy today, but not one motherfucker made me happy.
Nigga, I do that shit at work.
Mm.
They be like, Eric, can we get some restock? Can we get some cups? I be walking around, nigga, I hold shit like it's a baby now. Like I be holding my backpack like this. They be like, Eric, why you holding it like that? I'm like, what you mean? They're like, why are you holding it like it's a kid? I'm like, my bad, nigga. The fuck? It's just natural.
Okay, there were three. There were three. So that was one. Then this one, I stand by this one because we're all going to get to this point. You have to get lost before you find yourself. Real shit.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I'm going through
And
that
then
right now.
this one, real shit. You are the author of your own story. If you don't like where this chapter is going, it's okay. Just start a new one.
Real shit. Rewrite that bit.
Just start a new one. Just hold up. Let me
This scholarly ass nigga.
erase that bit. Start a new chapter.
I may have been
Real
just a
shit.
chapter in your life, but you are the entirety of my book.
Don't look in my eyes and see that shit. It make me feel a type of way.
I'm fucking weak.
No,
Did you have any more that you wanted to share? Anything else that you wanted to go
that's
over?
it. I think that's it for now. I might be able to KO.
All right. Well, that was episode 5. 6
Is it
ish.
5?
It may be 5 or 6. I think it's 5. Don't quote me though. I'm pretty sure it's 5. Episode 5 of the After Dark podcast.
Real shit.
We've been consistent for like the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, there's been a podcast every week.
Oh yeah.
So we've been doing good so far. This wasn't.
We need
planned.
to do. Not at all. And I'll probably start to do it myself. Have an audio. Start posting them on Spotify. You can start. You can do podcasts on Spotify and just record them and post them on there, just the audio.
Yeah.
Real.
We could do a bunch of shit.
I was about to say real shit again. Real shit. You could
Real
take
shit.
just. I'm pretty sure because you have the video saved. You probably could just clip the video and put the audio under it. But
That's true.
we'll figure some shit out.
Yeah. Bye, niggas. Bye, niggas is crazy.
Bye, niggas.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the After Dark podcast.
Indubitably. Fucking troglodytes.